all, on behalf of the management, students and staff, I welcome Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalaya team members to the BRK ISD campus to motivate our students towards yoga and other spiritual things. I welcome our today's speaker, Amol Bhai sir. He was a very renowned person to deliver the lecture regarding to the spiritual.
Today I am very glad to introduce today's chief guest, Mr. PBK Amol Bhai. He has been associated with Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalaya for the last 18 years. A Vidyalaya spiritual education of Rajyog is being given on the basis of Bhagavad Gita. They have been organizing special seminars for all over groups of society in Delhi and other cities across the country. Mr. Amol Bhai has been actively following spiritualism in his life. He has completed mechanical engineering from Mumbai University in the year 2002 and therefore completed Bachelor of Law degree LLB from Delhi University and has been practicing as an advocate in Delhi High Court and Supreme Court of India. He is also legal advisor of Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalaya and represented various cases in 13 high courts across the country. He has also completed his post-graduation in taxation from Indian Law Institute, New Delhi. About 2 decades, he has been given spiritual discourses to thousands of people and has been also conducting seminars on spiritual topics of basis Bhagavad Gita. He has conducted various spiritual seminars all over India. He is striving for the spiritual empowerment of nation and providing his spiritual pro bono to the society. Today we are very happy to have you, sir. Requesting you to enlighten us with your talk. Please, sir.
A warm welcome and pleasant good morning to the college principal and lecturers and students. We are the members of Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalaya and invited to spiritual seminar on both science versus silence. I would like to give short introduction about Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalaya. Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalaya is a divine Ishwariya family. इसमें आध्यात्मिक विश्वविद्यालय में 2 वर्ड्स है. इसमें आदि मीन्स इनसाइड, आत्मिक मीन्स सोल. व्हाट इज देयर इनसाइड द सोल? मतलब इस सोल में माइंड, इंटेलेक्ट एंड संस्कार. मना आत्मा के अंदर क्या होता है, आत्मा कितने जन्म लेते हैं, हम इस सृष्टि में कहाँ से आए. पहले तो हम बहुत सुख शांति से जीने वाले आत्माएं थे, लेकिन अनेक जन्म लेते लेते अभी कलयुग के अंत में आके सुख शांति को खो बैठे हैं. फिर कैसे अपने जीवन में सुख शांति को फिर से लेके आना है और हाउ टू फील टेंशन फ्री लाइफ, हाउ टू फील पीसफुल लाइफ, इस आध्यात्मिकता के बारे में हम जान सकते हैं. आज हमारा टॉपिक है साइंस वर्सेस साइलेंस.
To remember that in the middle of the forehead, the thoughts will come into your mind. You don't have to run away behind the thoughts, and you have to make only one thought, that I am the star, I am the point of light, I am the star in the sky. You have to concentrate here, the star in the sky. Will begin.
पवित्र मन रखो, पवित्र तन रखो, पवित्र मन रखो, पवित्र तन रखो. पवित्रता मनुष्यता की शान है. जो मन वचन कर्म से पवित्र है, वो चरित्रवान ही यहाँ महान है. पवित्र मन रखो, पवित्र तन रखो, पवित्रता मनुष्यता की शान है. जो मन वचन कर्म से पवित्र है, वो चरित्रवान ही यहाँ महान है।
Om Shanti. The meaning of Om Shanti is I am a peaceful soul. Whenever we are saying Om Shanti, the meaning is that we have to experience inside that I am a peaceful soul. So today's my topic is science versus silence. So you all know that science is the discovery made by the human beings, scientists, and it has now become the basis on the planet. At the end of this Kali Yuga, all the human beings are being very much dependent upon the science. And what about the silence? Silence is the divine power. That divine power has been taught by the God himself. When the God has incarnated on the earth, and when he has taught this power of silence, that we will see in the lecture. So, you know that the science and all the scientists, they have studied since last thousands of years. They are studying the matter, and the matter is made up of atoms and molecules. Since last 100 years, we are following Western culture, we are following their professional studies which they brought in our country, we are following that. And because of that, we forgot our spiritual knowledge, which is the treasure on the planet, which is only lies in India, not in the other countries. So, the soul is the basis of our life, and the atom is the basis of matter. So, both are very much subtle in nature. Atom we cannot see from open eyes, and in the similar manner, soul cannot be seen by open eyes. But both are powerful. Even they are subtle in size, they are powerful. You have heard about atom bomb. Atom is very much small, but atom bomb, the explosion of the atom bomb will cause mass destruction. In 1945, first atom bomb was invented. Do you know who invented first atom bomb? Robert Oppenheimer. He was physician and used to study Srimad Bhagavad Gita. When the first nuclear test was conducted, the name of the nuclear test was Trinity. Trinity. Trinity means in Indian scriptures, what is the meaning of Trinity? Trinity is three Dev, three Murti, Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar. So he has given the name to the first nuclear test, Trinity. And when that nuclear test was conducted, at that time, when he has seen the entire that scene, when the test was conducted, there was a big fire, ball of fire was there. So he surprised and he said that Kalosmi Lokakshaya Pruta Prabuddho. You can also watch his video on YouTube channel. It is still available. At that time it was recorded in 1945. He said Kalosmi. He remembered the verse in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I am the death, I am the god of death. Kalosmi. Kalosmi means मैं महाकाल हूँ. इस सारी सृष्टि का विनाश करता. Lord Shankar is depicted in the scriptures as the Lord of destruction, and Lord Brahma is depicted in the scriptures as Lord of creation. So the words came from his mouth is that I am the god of death after the nuclear test. And he came to know that he has invented this nuclear power, but it will be proved dangerous to the earth. He surprised to see the tremendous energy of fire. And in 1945, 6th August 1945, first atom bomb was exploded. Where? Hiroshima. Hiroshima, and on 9th August in Nagasaki. And I think in Hiroshima, immediately 1,40,000 people died. So the power of science, those who are studying the atoms and molecules, what they are creating, initially it was told by the scientists that we will produce the electricity by nuclear reactor. But now, after 80 years of the invention of the atom bomb, atomic weapons, what is the situation? Now Russia is having highest nuclear weapons. Even USA is having I think after the Russia, the USA is the second largest country which is possessing the nuclear weapons. And there are many countries who possess nuclear weapons. But now, after 80 years of the invention of the atom bomb, atomic weapons, what is the situation? Now Russia is having highest nuclear weapons. Even USA is, I think, after the Russia, the USA is the second largest country which is possessing the nuclear weapons. And there are many countries who possess nuclear weapons presently. Have you heard the name of Kim Jong, president of North Korea? He is having the nuclear weapons. It is a small country. The president is also very small, but he is threatening USA. He is threatening USA that he will explode the nuclear weapons and he will destroy entire USA. So he is threatening because of the power of the science. Now, what human being has done? The human being, by power of science, he has created all the weapons of his own destruction. If some person is sitting on the branch of the tree and he is cutting that branch, then what will happen? He will also fall down. In the similar manner, these weapons, nuclear weapons, are created for the destruction of the human being. So power of science is going towards the destruction. And another one is the power of the silence. The power of the silence can be experienced by yoga, by spirituality. What is the meaning of yoga? Yoga means, what is the literal meaning of yoga? Yoga means connection. Yoga means connection. When the child goes to America, mother remembers the child. So what she does she close her eyes for remembering him? Does she play some music for remembering him? Does she dance for remembering him? What she does? She doesn't close her eyes also. She doesn't chant any mantra. She doesn't say Raul, 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 Raul. She does not do japa. What she does, she simply remembers him, and the child in America, he realizes that mother has remembered him. So this is the power of the vibration. This is the power of the thoughts. And this power of vibration is stronger. It is very much powerful than the power of our mobiles. What happened? Mother wants to talk to child and the network is not there. There is no network, internet network. And she couldn't talk to her child. But at the same time, she remembered him and he got touching. He came to know that mother is remembering me. So the power of silence is much powerful than the power of science. When power of science will fail, at that time, the power of silence will be there on the earth. And that will transform this simple Kali Yuga into pure Satyuga, that is Ram Rajya. You can also say it as a golden age. Satyuga is golden age, Kali Yuga is iron age. There are too many miseries, there is unhappiness, there is a peacelessness, there is a violence, there is a militancy. So this is Kali Yuga. Now at the end of Kali Yuga, what happens? At the end of Kali Yuga, the God Shiva incarnates on the earth in an ordinary human being. When he himself incarnate on the earth in an ordinary human being, at that time he teaches the power of silence. He teaches yoga. Yoga means connection. The connection of self, that is soul, with supreme power, that is yoga. Now what we are thinking, what our understanding is that we are considering yogasana and pranayam as yoga. But yogasana and pranayam is not yoga. Yogasana and pranayam is only for keeping your body healthy. But for controlling your mind or to concentrate on your soul, make it powerful, to improve the willpower, you have to do yoga, not yoga. Yoga is the wrong word. Yoga is the perfect word. So how to do yoga? How to improve willpower? For that, we should have the knowledge of silence. How to do the yoga? How to do the connection with the supreme power? For that, we should have the knowledge of self, that is soul. What is my true identity? We don't know what is our true identity. Nowadays, the human beings are influenced by the science, and everyone is entangled in the appliances of the science. And what happened because of that? We get habituated and addicted to the appliances of the science, and because of that, we forgot ourselves. The power within us, that is the controlling power of the body. Body is made up of matter. Panch tattva, Jala, Vayu, Agni, Prithvi, Akash. And the controlling power of the body is soul. If the soul leaves the body, will body work? No. So body is just like an instrument, and soul is the energy, prana shakti. So when soul is there in the body, then only body can work. So now what happened? We are completely influenced by the appliances of the science, and that's why we forgot the power of silence. We forgot what is spirituality. Do you know what is the meaning of spirituality? Adhyatmikta. There are two words, Adhi, and another word is Atma. Adhi means inside. So, the inside knowledge of the soul, Atma means soul, it is called as Adhyatmikta. So, the true Adhyatmikta is that there should be knowledge of soul and the connection with the Supreme Soul, Supreme Power. Hindu call the Supreme Power as Shiva, Ishwar. Christians call by the name God, and Muslims call him as Allah. Everybody has given the different names, but it is one and only one Supreme Power. He himself teaches the power of silence. Nowadays, what is happening that if the child is in America, you are doing the video call. So the person who is at distant place, who is far away, then only you can feel that he is nearby to us, he is closer to us. In the similar manner, by the power of silence, if your mind is clear, if your mind is pure, there are positive thoughts, then you can remember anybody in the world and you can pass the vibrations. Have you heard the telepathy? What is telepathy? Can anybody tell? It is the transmission of the thoughts from one mind to another mind without using sensual organs. Means you are not telling him by words, you are not writing something and telling him that these are my thoughts. Without sensual organs, without any physical touch, without doing anything, there is a transmission of the thoughts from one mind to another mind. That is telepathy. And it is possible. Now what is happening, we are addicted to the appliances of the science so much that we forgot our power of vibration. Have you seen the movie Dil Wale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge? Shah Rukh Khan, what he does, he was catching the train and Kajol was there. So he said, Palat. He didn't say by words. मन में उसने सोचा पलट, मन में उसने संकल्प किया और वो पलट गई. So this is the power of vibration. If there is a true love, and there is a power of silence, your mind is concentrated, you have good willpower, and your power of vibrations is also good, then whatever thought you will make, that will be completed, that will be fulfilled. So there is one scientist, Japanese scientist, his name is Masaru Emoto. He is one Japanese scientist. He has done one experiment. He has taken two glasses filled with the water, and what he has done, he has passed some message, spoken messages to this glass of water. In front of one glass, he said the loving words, he said the positive words, and in front of another glass he went and he said the hateful words, negative words. He abused. He heard the abuses. Thereafter, those two glasses were kept in the fridge, and after some time, microscopic examination was done. And what was found? It was shocking. The glass of water to which loving words were spoken, that molecular structure of that glass of water filled with the water. And what he has done, he has passed some message, spoken messages to this glass of water. In front of one glass, he said it was symmetric and balanced. It was looking like a diamond, structure of diamond. And another glass of water to which hateful words, abusive words were spoken, its molecular structure was completely distorted. It was collapsed. It was unbalanced. So even the water molecules is having the memory. Means whatever thoughts, whatever speech you are doing, the molecular structure of the water also gets affected. Your body molecules of the water also. So the power of speech is affecting so much, and possess 70% of the water. And if your thoughts are negative, what will happen? It will impact on your bodily health also, because your body possesses 70% of water. So it proves that by the positive words, loving words, there are changes, negative changes, positive changes, and by negative words there are negative changes. In the power of speech is not much greater, but the power of silence, the power of thought, power of vibration, it will give more impact than the power of speech. There is one Solomon Island in Pacific Ocean. In that Solomon Island, the people who are living there, they are tribal. So they don't have the weapons. And there is a tradition that whenever they have to cut some tree, what they do, they gather around the tree. They all gather around the tree and they start cursing the tree. They start throwing abusive words, hateful words. So for many days they keep on doing these things, and after some time the tree gets dried up. It completely dried up and then it falls. So what happens? They are throwing the negative words, they are saying the negative words, and because of that tree falls down, tree dries up after some time. So tree also has the consciousness. It is not as highest as the human being, but it has the consciousness. So even the power of negative words, curses, affect the tree also. So this is the power of the speech, and the power of the silence is, power of the vibration is more effective than the power of speech. In ancient times there were ashram of sages, and there were the power of the purity and the power of the pure vibrations in the ashram, because they are following all the pure things in their life, and they are also inculcating divine values in themselves. So there are vibrations of the purity, vibrations of the silence in the ashram. And what happens? Even the lion and the cow, they were drinking the water on the same bank of river, nearby the ashram of the sages. How this can happen? Lion is the ferocious animal, cruel animal, and he is drinking the water along with cow on the same bank of river. How it is possible? It is the power of the vibration. It is the power of the silence. Even the animals, they will become non-violent. The violent animals become non-violent due to the power of silence. The dog who is living in jungle, forest, and the another dog, the pet animal, living inside the house. What is the difference? You will never find that the dog who is residing in the jungle, he fall sick. You will never find that. But the dog who is living with human beings inside the house, they are falling sick. Why this is happening? Because the vibrations of the human beings are falling sick frequently, and those vibrations are taken by the dogs also, these pet animals. So this is the difference. So the man is the intellectual animal on the planet, and his vibrations has too much power, but now his mind is inculcated, involved, addicted in the appliances of the science, and that's why he forgot his power of silence. His willpower has been decreased completely. So our life is the manifestation of our thoughts. As we think, so we become. As we think, so we become. If we do the positive thoughts, if we spread the positive thoughts in the universe, what will happen? We'll get the positive experiences. If consistently we are spreading the positive thoughts in the universe, we'll experience the same thing in our life. This is called as law of attraction. This is called as law of attraction. If we are spreading the negative thoughts in the universe, then the same thing will be experienced in our life. So this is called as law of attraction. So as you think, so you will become. If you think negative, then you will become negative. So now what is happening? we don't know the power of silence. And there are many scientists, the famous scientist Nikola Tesla, he said that silence power helps science power. All the scientists have gone into the depth of silence in order to invent something. So they have invented the things, they have invented robotics technology, artificial intelligence, internet technology, they have invented computerized numerical controlled machines, they have invented computer, mobile, all these things they have invented. But how they have invented? They went into deep power, deep silence. They went into solitude. They detached from the world. And then they have invented. So, the power of silence can do the invention only. So, power of science is depending on the power of silence. So, mind becomes sharper and keener in seclusion and uninterrupted solitude. This is the saying of Nikola Tesla. Without silence power, science is nothing. He also said that the gift of mental power comes from God directly, by birth. Intellect, बुद्धि, जिसको हम बुद्धि बोलते हैं, ये बुद्धि का गिफ्ट भगवान के द्वारा हमको मिलता है, जन्म से ही मिलता है हर एक व्यक्ति को. किसी के पास कम बुद्धि है, किसी के पास ज्यादा बुद्धि है. And if we concentrate on that truth, what is truth? God is truth. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. So Nikola Tesla, he said that if we concentrate on that truth, that is the God, then what will happen? We become in tune with His great power. So even scientists, they are believing that there is some divine power, there is a God, and if we will connect our intellect with that God, then we will get that power of silence from Him. इसीलिए भगवान को बोलते हैं शांति का सागर, उसको बोलते हैं प्रेम का सागर, उसको बोलते हैं आनंद का सागर, ocean of peace, ocean of love, ocean of knowledge. Even scientist Albert Einstein, he was also believer of scripture, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And he said that I have made the Bhagavad Gita as the source of my inspiration and guide for the purpose of scientific investigations and formation of new theories. So he also accepted that whatever inventions he has done, the guide for that is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is his inspiration, and after studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita, he was capable of doing many inventions. But now what happened? Hindus, those who are calling themselves as Sanatani, they are saying that our original, our highest scripture is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. But if I will ask all the Hindus that do you have the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Do you know what is written in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Nobody knows. How many of you read Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Have you read Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Anyone? Srimad Bhagavad Gita is called as mother of all the scriptures. Okay. He raised the hand. Only one. Anyone else? Yes. Good. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita is mother of all the scriptures. And in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, there are solutions of the individual problems. There are solutions of the political problems. And there are solutions of the social problems. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita is called as the mother of all the scriptures, Sarva Shastra Shiromani. And it is the only scripture which is said by God Himself. It is called as Bhagavan Vach. No other scripture in that it is said that Bhagavan Vach. Only Srimad Bhagavad Gita it is said that Bhagavan Vach. So, in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it is written that how to control the mind, how to concentrate on your soul, what is your true identity. When Arjun, who was the famous Maharathi, Dhanurdhari, when he became very nervous in the battlefield and he asked Bhagwan that my mind is very much unstable and tell me how to control my mind. And in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, God replied him and tell him various techniques of how to control the mind. So in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, God didn't teach him how to use the weapons. God teach him how to improve the willpower, how to control the mind. And after listening all the chapters of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna becomes very much happy. His willpower improved and he decided that now he will again take his weapons and he will fight in the battlefield against his relatives also, against his brothers also. So in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, God has taught him how to improve his willpower, how to control the mind, what is his real identity. And after listening that, his willpower was improved so much. There is one another technique called as telekinesis. Have you heard telekinesis? What is that? What is that? It is technique of controlling objects or moving the objects by mind control, by mental power, without any physical touch. So this is the technique of telekinesis. How it can happen? It can happen only by the power of silence. If your concentration power is good, then only these things can happen. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, God says to Arjuna, God teaches all the techniques of the self-realization. And entire Srimad Bhagavad Gita is about self-realization. And the knowledge of the spirituality is given by the God himself in Srimad Bhagavad Gita practically. So in Srimad Bhagavad Gita it is said that Rajvidya, Rajbhiyam, Pavitram Ida Uttamam. It is very pure knowledge. It is highest knowledge, Uttama. Pavitram Ida Uttamam. Pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam. Means it is taught by God himself when he incarnates on the earth in an ordinary human being. He comes practically. Now what is happening? How we are remembering God in the form of idols, in the form of pictures. We have not seen God practically. So when he incarnates on the earth in an ordinary human being, then only we can connect our soul with that supreme power. Then only we can remember him. Otherwise we cannot remember him. So what is the power of silence? This is connected with the power of spirituality. So power of spirituality, for understanding power of spirituality, first we should know what is my true identity. So if I will ask the question, who are you? What answer will you give? Who are you? So he said that I will say my name. There is another answer. She said that I am an engineer. Then another answer, I am doctor. Then another answer, he said that I am Hindu. Another answer, he said that I am Muslim. Another answer, he said that I am Bengali. Another answer, he said that I am Bihari. And she said that I am soul. So the last answer is the perfect one. The another answers, they are wrong. We have told our identity on the basis of our qualification, on the basis of our gender, on the basis of our religion, on the basis of our caste, on the basis of our nationality, where we are residing. So this is not the true identity. Even the name of the person, that is also not the permanent identity. If you see, if the girl has the name Savita, after her marriage, there are tradition in India, her name changes when she marries. So it is also not permanent identity, it is not true identity. So what is my true identity? My true identity is that identity is constant. It was there before taking the birth also and even after the death also. This is my true identity. That identity is I am a soul. Soul is the energy. You can see in the picture. This is human skeleton. And that is unconscious, that is dead. When Chaitanya Atma, the energy, Prana Shakti will enter in that, then only it will called as human being. It is called as human being. Being means energy, that is soul. Human means human skeleton, dead body. So the soul has three powers. There are three powers of the soul. When the soul leaves one body and enters into another body, what travels along with soul? Do you know what travels along with the soul when it leaves one body and enters into another one? What travels? क्या बोला? He said that karma, sanskar. Very good answer. But not perfect answer. As the data of mobile is stored in the memory card, data of the computer is stored in the hard disk. In the similar manner, his karma is stored. Where it is stored? In mind and intellect. शास्त्रों में बोला है मनरेव आत्मा. आत्मा, मन और बुद्धि ही आत्मा है. So there are three powers of the soul: mind, intellect, and sanskar. So when the soul travels from one body to another body, this mind, intellect, and sanskar also travels. So the boy who is having the age 3 years, child having age 3 years, when laptop or computer comes in front of him, what he does? He knows all the software programming. He knows he has the knowledge of all the hardware technology. How it is possible? Because in the last birth, there is a storage in his mind and intellect, whatever knowledge he has taken in the last birth. After taking next birth, again that knowledge emerges. When the laptop or computer comes in front of him, the knowledge emerges. There is a concept of merge and emerge. So, whatever karma you perform, whether bad or good, that makes sanskar on your soul. That is stored in your mind and intellect. And it carries when the soul leaves one body and goes into another body. It travels along with the soul. So, mind is the power of thinking and the intellect is the decision-making power. What is right and what is wrong, that is decided by the intellect. So now our intellect has become very big and the mind has become completely unstable. छोटे बच्चे से लेके बूढ़े तक सबका मन भटकता रहता है. किसी का भी मन एकाग्र नहीं है आज की तारीख में. या है कोई माई का लाल जो कहे कि मेरा मन पूरा कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड है 100%? कोई नहीं है. तो माइंड में सवेरे से लेकर रात तक पॉजिटिव थॉट्स ज्यादा आते हैं या निगेटिव थॉट्स ज्यादा आते हैं? जो झूठ बोल रहे हैं कि मेरे अंदर पॉजिटिव थॉट्स ज्यादा आते हैं वो हाथ उठाओ. Those who are lying that there are many positive thoughts coming into my mind, raise your hand. क्योंकि आप झूठ बोल रहे हो. The negative thoughts are more and positive thoughts are less. So If there is a garbage in your house, what you do? You sweep the house and then the garbage is accumulated in the dustbin. Then on the next day, the vehicle of the Swachhata Abhiyan, that vehicle comes and what you do? You dispose of that dustbin into that vehicle. So you don't keep in your house that garbage. But daily what is happening? Daily the garbage is coming into my mind and intellect. I am seeing the bad things by my eyes. I am listening the bad things by my ear. I am speaking the bad words. There are waste thoughts in my mind. There are dirty thoughts in my mind. And I am never cleaning that. Are you cleaning those negative thoughts? So it goes on accumulating and accumulating. Those all negative thoughts, those all garbage. And because of that, you are suffering from the tension, depression, stress, anxiety. All these things are happening. Then you are going to the psychiatrist. And he gives you some pills. Such a pills, then there are many side effects and you become completely, there is a psychiatric disorder in your mind after eating those pills. So the reason is that I forgot my original identity. Therefore, all the human beings, they are suffering from tension, depression, stress, anxiety. There is a picture of car. Food of the car and food of the driver is same or different? The car is having different food, it needs different food, and the food of the driver is different. In the similar manner, the food of the body is different and food of the soul, it is different. And we are not discriminating that. We don't have that discrimination power. And because of that, what happening from morning to night, we are only concentrating on our body. And what are the bodies? We are fulfilling that. We are not concentrating on our mind. So mental health हमारा कमजोर हो गया, विल पावर कमजोर हो गई, बॉडीली हेल्थ हमारा अच्छा बन रहा है. बिकॉज बॉडी अच्छी रहने के लिए हम जिम में जाते हैं, लड़कियां है तो ब्यूटी पार्लर में जाती है बॉडी सुंदर दिखने के लिए. तो शरीर के ऊपर सारा ध्यान है. अच्छे कपड़े पहनना, अच्छा खाना खाना, डिलीशियस होना चाहिए, स्पाइसी होना चाहिए. तो शरीर की जो फिजिकल नीड्स है वो सारे कंप्लीट करते हैं, जितने भी नीड्स है. लेकिन जो आत्मा का फूड है उसके ऊपर हमारा कोई ध्यान नहीं है. हम आत्मा का चिंतन नहीं करते हैं. सुबह से लेकर रात तक हम 1 घंटा भी नहीं देते हैं आत्मा के चिंतन के लिए. रात को सोते हैं तो शरीर को आराम मिलता है, लेकिन आत्मा जो है, मन बुद्धि हमारी भटकती रहती है. सपने आते हैं, अलग अलग आते हैं ना. क्या क्या आता है सपने में? कौन आता है? कौन आता है सपने में? मन भटकता रहता है, मन स्टेबल नहीं रहता है, अनस्टेबल रहता है. सो how to concentrate our mind, how to make it powerful. Our intellect has also become weak. How to make it powerful? What is the solution? The peace lies inside, the happiness lies inside. But we forgot that. So how to bring it back? Now there is no peace, there is no happiness. So how to bring it back? So we should know where is the soul situated in the body. Do you know where the soul is situated in the body? He has given the reply, heart. Forehead. In the middle of the forehead. This is called as bhrukuti. What is the proof that the soul is situated in the middle of the forehead? What you say? What is the proof? In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it is said that Bhror Madhye Pranama Avesha Samyaka. In the middle of the forehead, there is all Prana Shakti situated. Prana Shakti is nothing but Atma. There is one more proof. All the women Indian women, they put here bindi, and the gents, they are putting here tika, tilak. So from Dwapar Yug, this tradition has begun. Because when the Rishi Muni sages, they came to know that the human being is going into the body consciousness and his soul consciousness has been decreased. So at that time, they began this tradition of putting the bindi and tilak in the middle of the forehead. But what happened? Now this has become the fashion to put the bindi here of different shapes and sizes, of different colors, and the soul is situated in the middle of the forehead. Now how it looks, how it looks, आत्मा कैसे दिखती है, आत्मा का स्वरूप क्या है? It is invisible. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita it is said that anuraniyam samnusmareta. It is smallest than the atoms and molecules. So it is like a point of light, smallest point of light. In the sky there is a smallest star. Look at that and remember that star in the middle of the forehead. You practice this technique. In the middle of forehead, you remember this star, smallest star in the sky. And you will see that, you will find that कि बहुत आनंद, प्रसन्नता, खुशी, हैप्पीनेस, पीस, लाइट फील करेंगे एकदम. There will be less body consciousness and you will feel light. There will be lightness. So, which is the good time to do this practice of concentration of mind or to remember the soul? Which is the good time in whole day? Early morning. उसको बोलते हैं ब्रह्म मुहूर्त. ब्रह्म मुहूर्त का समय. कौन सा समय है? It is 2 to 4:45. 2 to 4:45. लेकिन आज क्या हो रहा है? हम रात को 2 बजे सो जाते हैं, वेब सीरीज देखते रहते, मोबाइल पे गंदी गंदी चीजें देखते रहते हैं. ये डस्टबिन बन चुका है ना पूरे का पूरा. इसकी कोई क्लींसिंग नहीं हो रही है. सो For that we have to understand what is spirituality. क्योंकि गाड़ी का ड्राइवर अगर ड्रंकन है और गाड़ी का ड्राइवर को अगर प्रॉपर फूड नहीं दिया तो बेचारा वीक हो जाएगा और गाड़ी गड्ढे में लेके जाएगा. फिर आपकी गाड़ी भी गड्ढे में चली जाएगी. ये शरीर रूपी गाड़ी है. So Atma is situated in the middle of the forehead. It is just like a point of light. And Atma has 3 powers. Man, Buddhi and Sanskar. In scriptures it is said that Man jeete so jagat jeet. The one who has got victory over his mind, he has got victory over entire world. Man ke हारे हार है, मन के जीते जीत. The one who lost by mind, he has weak willpower. He has no willpower, then he will lose in the life. So, मन जो है वो चंचल है. इस चंचल मन को कंट्रोल करने के लिए हमें आत्मा का योग अभ्यास करना पड़ेगा. जल्दी सवेरे 4 बजे उठ जाइए और 4 बजे उठ के आपको आत्मा जो भ्रुकुटी के बीच में स्थित है उसका अभ्यास करना है. So whatever thoughts you are making, those thoughts travel in the environment and the environment becomes as your thoughts. So what happens when you are going to funeral of some person? So what happens there? There is an environment of grief, sorrow and miseries. Everybody is crying. And you have the remote relation with the person who is died. You went there. You was having good mood when you went there. And when you entered in that environment of sadness, of grief and sorrows, what happens? You also start crying. So, the environment is created by the thoughts, it is created by the vibrations. So the people over there, they are all crying. They have created the vibration of sadness, grief and sorrow. So whoever enters in those vibrations, the same thing will happen. He will also start crying. So I told you regarding law of attraction also, silence doesn't mean the silence of speech, it means silence of the mind. So it is said that speech is silver and silence is gold. So when we are doing the upvas, we are doing the fasting, what we are doing, we are not eating anything. But the real meaning of the upvas is that upa means upram. Upram means near to God, closer to God. Vas means Raina. It is the real meaning of the upvas. But what we are doing, we are not eating anything. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it is said that अति खाने वाले का योग नहीं लगता, और जो बिल्कुल उपवास करता है, बिल्कुल खाना नहीं खाता, उसका भी योग नहीं लगता है. So we don't have to do hot yoga. जोर जबरदस्ती हम इंद्रियों को क्या करते हैं, दबा देते हैं, सप्रेस कर देते हैं. ये करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, God has taught Rajyog and Karma Yoga. While performing action, you have to be detached by mind and intellect. This is called as renunciation while doing the action. It is not that renunciation of the karma. It is the renunciation while performing actions. Now, what the people are doing, they are taking the sannyas, means they are abandoning the family. They are removing all the ties, all the relationships, and they are going in the jungle, forest, in the ashram. They are leaving everything. They are calling it as a sannyas, they are calling it as a vairagya. लेकिन भगवान ने अर्जुन को जो कर्मयोग सिखाया, तो अर्जुन और द्रौपदी सन्यासी थे या गृहस्थी थे? They were गृहस्थी. So in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, God has taught grahastha yoga, karma yoga. Just like a lotus flower. Lotus flower, it remains in the mud, and in spite of that, no drop of the mud touches to its leaves. It is completely detached from that. In the similar manner, this entire world is like a mud. There are vices everywhere. There is no God, there are vices everywhere. What are the 5 vices which are there in the mind and intellect? In everybody's mind and intellect, there are 5 vices, and because of that, the battery of the soul has got discharged. Which are those 5 vices? Do you know? 5 demonic qualities, 5 vices. Very good answer, perfect answer. Kam, Krodh, Lobha, Moha, Ahankar. Kam, what is the meaning of Kam? Lust. ये जो तीनों बैठे हैं ना, बहुत होशियार, इंटेलिजेंट तीनों लड़के हैं आपके कॉलेज के, और बहुत अच्छी नॉलेज है इनके पास, सारे आंसर्स परफेक्ट दे रहे हैं. काम मीन्स कामना, डिजायर, एंड द पावरफुल डिजायर इज लस्ट. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता में बोला है, कामानि जायते क्रोधा. लस्ट, काम से, डिजायर से क्रोध का जन्म होता है. When the desire is not fulfilled, then what is created? Anger. कामानि जायते क्रोधा. क्रोधानि भवति सम्मोहा. मोह means attachment, लगाव. सम्मोहात बुद्धिनाशा. There is a loss of intellect. बुद्धिनाशा का प्रणश्यन्ति, और उसके बाद प्राणों का नाश हो जाता है. So these 5 vices are there in the Atma, are there in the mind and intellect, and because of that only the battery of our soul has got discharged. So we have to charge it regularly, we have to charge it daily. As you are charging the battery of your mobile, in the similar manner you have to charge the battery of your soul also. Because of these 5 vices, this has completely discharged. In Kathopanishad it is said that Atmanam Rathinam Vitti, Shariram Rathamevacha. Atma क्या है? रथी है. रथी means passenger. और शरीर क्या है? रथ है. रथ means गाड़ी, vehicle. बुद्धि तुम सारथिम विद्धि. The intellect is charioteer, who is the driver of that vehicle. Buddhi tum sarathim viddhi mana pragraham evacha. The mind is the reins and indriyani hayanahu, and the organs, these sense organs and karmendriya, 5 gyanendriya, 5 karmendriya, these are horses. So the mind is the controlling power. That mind, the reins of the mind, that has become very much unstable. It is uncontrolled. And the second thing is that this driver is intellect. He has also become weak. And because of that, these horses are running without any control. They are uncontrolled. So these organs are uncontrolled now, and we have to control that organs. And how to control? You have to concentrate your mind in the middle of the forehead with only one thought. If there are many thoughts, what will happen? Now what thought is coming that what boring lecture he is giving. Another thought is coming that I am very much hungry, I want to eat. Another thought is coming that today there is a celebration at the home. My younger brother's birthday is there. So many thoughts are coming. If there are many thoughts are coming, then mind becomes weak. Intellect becomes weak. If there is only one thought, if there is a concentrated thought, then it becomes powerful. So the soul is the master of the body. The soul is the controller of the body. When the Arjun becomes nervous at that time, what God teaches him how to control the mind, and he gives him knowledge of the soul. What is the perfect man and what is the pure food? What are the different divine qualities? What are the different demonic qualities? So all this knowledge is given by the God. Now tell me, who is God and where does he live? Do you know who is God and where does he reside? Which is his abode? Lives in our body, our thoughts. So he said that the God lives in our body, our thoughts. So there is no separate God. Separate God. The soul and supreme soul is one and the same. Then why it is said that Paramatma? Paramatma means, the Param means Sreshta, highest. So we are all the souls, and there is one soul which is highest. It is different from us. We are the souls. We have completely become sinful at the end of Kali Yuga. In the Kali Yuga, we become sinful. We degraded. 5 vices came into our soul. It has completely covered our mind and intellect. But the Supreme Soul, he is different than soul. His existence is completely different than the soul. Where he is residing, he is residing in the Supreme Abode. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it is said that Param Dham, Brahmalok. Christians says that Supreme Abode, and the Muslim people says that खुदा फर्श का नहीं, खुदा अर्श का रहने वाला है, खुदा 7वें आसमान का रहने वाला है. So all the religions, they are accepting that वो ऊपर वाला है, ऊपर रहता है. Beyond the sun, moon, sky, beyond the stars, he lives in the 7th sky. So everybody accepts that. He is incorporeal. The first one is Satyug. It is called as Golden Age. Treta Yug, it is called as Silver Age. Dwapar Yug, it is called as Copper Age. And Kali Yug, it is called as Iron Age. In the Iron Age, the soul is completely impure, completely degraded. there is a degradation of morality, there are degradation of ethics, there is a degradation of the character. At the end of Kali Yuga, it is completely degraded. At the beginning of the Satyuga, the soul is 100% pure. There is 100% peace, there is 100% happiness. So that is the difference. How the soul goes on degrading. Its battery goes on discharging till the end of the Kali Yuga after taking many births. Because the soul is taking the rebirths. There is a theory of reincarnation. So, when at the end of Kali Yuga, there is completely पाप, भ्रष्टाचार, अत्याचार, दुख, अशांति, हिंसा, आतंकवाद अति में बढ़ जाता है. At that time, the God Shiv incarnates on the earth in an ordinary human being. And in the remembrance of that, we are celebrating one festival, Mahashivratri. So, what is the literal meaning of Mahashivratri? राम का जन्मदिन राम नवमी के रूप में मनाते हैं, कृष्ण का जन्मदिन कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी के रूप में मनाते हैं. तो शिव का जो अवतार होता है सृष्टि पे कलयुग के अंत में, फॉर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इनटू न्यू वर्ल्ड, इनटू गोल्डन एज, ये जो अवतार होता है उसको महाशिवरात्रि क्यों बोला? व्हाई इट इज सेड रात्रि? व्हाई इट इज सेड महारात्रि? बिकॉज कलयुग इज रात्रि, सतयुग इज दिन. सतयुग और त्रेता युग दिन है और द्वापर युग कलयुग रात्रि है. महारात्रि मीन्स द बिगेस्ट नाइट, नाइट ऑफ डार्क, द नाइट ऑफ इग्नोरेंस, द डार्कनेस ऑफ द इग्नोरेंस. जब अज्ञान अंधकार की रात्रि फैल जाती है, देयर इज nobody has the knowledge of soul, nobody knows their true identity, nobody has the knowledge of supreme soul, and that time is the end of the Kali Yuga. Why end of the? What is the proof of that? Because before 80 years there were no atomic weapons. Now presently there is an atom bomb, atomic weapons, nuclear weapons with each and every country, and we are on the verge of World War III. Now Russia and Ukraine is fighting with each other since last 1.5 years. International Court of Justice has given the verdict that it has ordered status quo, but the war didn't stop. It is still going on. Now Palestine and Israel, they are fighting with each other. So now we are closer to the World War III, and all the countries are having the nuclear weapons. In the First World War, no countries were possessing the nuclear weapons. In the Second World War, only America has invented and it has done the explosion on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But now, each and every country has the nuclear weapons, and it is not for the decoration of this planet. It is for the destruction of this planet. So, there are chances of the nuclear war. The second thing is that the rivalry between Hindu and Muslims, it is increasing or not? What is happening now? It is increasing. You can see everywhere in all the states of India. It is increasing day by day, and there are chances that within 5 to 6 years there will be civil wars between Hindu and Muslims. What happened in 1947 when there was partition between India and Pakistan? At that time, खून की नदियां बही थी. There was bloodshed. हिंदू मुस्लिम ट्रेन की ट्रेनें काटी गई थी. ऐसी बुरी हालत हो गई थी. अभी भी सेम पोजीशन आने वाली है. एंड द थर्ड थिंग इज दैट धरती के ऊपर पापों का बोझा बढ़ता चला जा रहा है. छोटी छोटी बच्चियों के ऊपर बलात्कार हो रहे, रेप हो रहे. मनुष्य जो है वो राक्षस से भी भयानक बनता जा रहा है, जानवर से भी बदतर बनता जा रहा है. मनुष्य सबसे इंटेलेक्चुअल एनिमल है, लेकिन उसकी जो हरकतें वो कैसी है? डेमोनिक क्वालिटी ज्यादा है या डिवाइन क्वालिटी ज्यादा है? आत्मा के अंदर डेमोनिक क्वालिटी ज्यादा है. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता का चैप्टर 16 स्टडी कीजिए. व्हाट आर द डिवाइन क्वालिटीज एंड व्हाट आर द डेमोनिक क्वालिटीज, आपको पता चलेगा. चैप्टर 16 ऑफ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता आपको यूट्यूब में, गूगल में, सब जगह मिल जाएगा. सो दिस एंटायर वर्ल्ड इज नाउ ऑन द वर्ज ऑफ द डिस्ट्रक्शन, because nuclear, if there will be explosion, use of the nuclear weapons, then what will happen? there will be increase in the temperature of the earth. Even NASA has given the report that the temperature of the earth has been increased by 1 degree Celsius. If there will be nuclear explosion and there will be nuclear war, then the temperature of the earth will increase. And because of that, what will happen? The glaciers in the North Pole and South Pole, they will melt. And due to that, the level of the water level of the oceans will increase. And because of that, all the islands, America, Europe, these are islands, Australia, New Zealand, Africa, those will all be merged into the water of the ocean. So, disaster will take place. In Hindi, in Sanatana Sanskriti, it is said that शिव शंकर भोलेनाथ इज द लॉर्ड ऑफ डिस्ट्रक्शन. शंकर ने जब अपना तीसरा नेत्र खोला, शिव नेत्र जब तीसरा नेत्र खोला तो सारी दुनिया में क्या हो गया? महाप्रलय हो गया, विनाश हो गया. अभी मुस्लिम स्कॉलर्स भी ये बात कह रहे हैं कि ये कयामत का समय है, एज पर देयर कैलेंडर, हिजरी कैलेंडर. एंड क्रिश्चियंस आर आल्सो सेइंग दैट दिस इज द पीरियड ऑफ मास डिस्ट्रक्शन. सो ये ऐसा समय है जब दुनिया में चारों तरफ ये सारे आसार दिखाई दे रहे हैं. ऐसे समय लॉर्ड शिव इस सृष्टि पे अवतरित होते हैं. नेचुरल कैलेमिटीज आएंगे तो बड़े बड़े अर्थक्वेक्स होंगे. So natural calamities will also come. Nuclear war will be there. And the third is civil war between Hindu and Muslims. So these are all the proofs everybody can accept. We are on the verge of the destruction. And there is a predictor, Nostradamus. Have you heard the name of Nostradamus? Predictor, भविष्यकार. उन्होंने भविष्यवाणी की है. He is the popular predictor. He said that in 21st century, one great man will be incarnated in North India, and he will gather such a Adhyatmik gathering. हिटलर आया, मुसोलिनी आया है, नेपोलियन बोनापार्ट आया, अलेक्जेंडर आया. इन्होंने क्या किया? इन्होंने शस्त्रास्त्रों के आधार से दुनिया को जीतने की कोशिश की. इन्होंने शस्त्रास्त्रों के आधार से वेपन्स का यूज करके वर्ल्ड पावर सबसे बनने की कोशिश की. लेकिन ये सारे के सारे मारे गए. वो जगत जीत, वर्ल्ड को जीत नहीं पाए. लेकिन जब भगवान शिव आते हैं इस सृष्टि पे, भगवान शिव को क्या बोला है? आदि योगी. क्या बोला है? आदि योगी, योगेश्वर, योगीराज. जब वो इस सृष्टि पे, शिव स्वयं इस सृष्टि पे अवतरित होते हैं, तो योग बल के आधार से, पावर ऑफ योग, पावर ऑफ साइलेंस, उसके आधार से वो सारी दुनिया में शांति स्थापन करते हैं. सो द लिटरल मीनिंग ऑफ वर्ड शंकर इज शम करोति. शम करोति मीन्स द वन हु एस्टैब्लिशेस पीस इन द एंटायर वर्ल्ड. जो शांति लाता है सारी दुनिया में. आज दुनिया में बड़े बड़े वर्ल्ड पीस कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रहे हैं, लेकिन वर्ल्ड पीस कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रहे हैं, अहिंसा सम्मेलन हो रहे हैं, नॉन वायलेंस कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रहे हैं, लेकिन क्या पीस स्थापन हो पा रही है दुनिया में? और ही दुनिया में अशांति बढ़ती चली जा रही है. धर्म आपस में लड़ाई झगड़ा कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि जो लोग धर्म के नाम पे आपस में लड़ाई झगड़ा कर रहे हैं, उनको स्पिरिचुअलिटी का नॉलेज नहीं है, उनको पावर ऑफ साइलेंस का नॉलेज नहीं है. उनको पता नहीं है कि पावर ऑफ साइलेंस से ये सारी दुनिया, ये वर्ल्ड कलयुग से, पापी कलयुग से न्यू वर्ल्ड में, जन्नत में, पैराडाइज में, स्वर्ग में ट्रांसफॉर्म हो सकता है. सो the God has incarnated on the earth in an ordinary human being, and He is teaching now the power of silence through Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalaya. I am giving this spiritual message to all of you. There is one shlok, is one verse in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Jagat Viparvartate. The meaning of this is, I am transforming this world from Papi Kalyug to Pavan Satyug in the reverse direction. This is the Kalyuga in the reverse direction. I am transforming this world from the sinful Kalyuga to pure Satyuga. So this is my message to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, students. Thank you one and all for participating in this beautiful and wonderful spiritual seminar told by Amol sir. He has come all the way from Delhi to present a wonderful seminar in front of you. Any questions? Nothing?
अरे आप सभी को समझ में आया क्या क्या बताया मैंने? अच्छा लगा क्या? बोरिंग लगा क्या? How to do yoga? How to do yoga? So I told you that first the yoga means connection of soul with supreme soul. So first you have to practice that the soul is situated over here, and you have to remember the point of light just like a star in the sky in the middle of the head, forehead. So middle of the head. In the morning you have to practice for half an hour, and even in the daytime, after every hour, after every 2 hours, while sitting in the classroom also, you can for 5 minutes you can practice. You have to keep your eyes open. In the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, one verse is there, Sampreksha. Sampreksha means you have to keep your eyes open. It is not a Rajyog, it is a Rajyog. So the second thing is that how to connect with the supreme power. I have given you one message, not other satsangas are giving, not other Maharaj, Baba they are giving. I have given one unique message that He has incarnated on the earth in an ordinary human being. So how to identify Him? You have to identify Him only by the knowledge. Whatever knowledge He is giving, by that knowledge only you can accept that He is God and no other. Because Jesus Christ has come. When Jesus Christ came, He has given the knowledge. But the people at that time, they didn't accept that knowledge. The society didn't give Him value, and they crucified Him. Now what happened? Now after He died, now 300 crores people, half of the population of the world, are following Christianity, are following Jesus Christ. In the similar manner, at the end of the world, at the end of the Kali Yuga, Supreme Soul incarnates on the earth in an ordinary human being. Then only we can connect our soul with Him. I have seen you, so I can remember you. But I have not seen you, then I cannot remember you. So people are saying since last thousands of years that remember God. Even Muslims are saying that remember Allah, but they have not seen Allah. How they can remember? Christians are saying that remember God, they have never seen God. So the God manifests in an ordinary human being. The incorporeal, He is incorporeal in unmanifested form. When it incarnates in the manifested form, then only we can remember Him, just like a mother remembers her child when child goes to America. In the similar manner. So you have to do the 7 days course. You will come to know that who is that personality. And then you can connect. That is the supreme power we are saying. That message we are giving to everybody. Okay? Thank you.
मेरा प्रश्न महाभारत से है।
हाँ जी।
जैसे श्री कृष्ण जी के विचार पे अर्जुन ने अपने रिलेटिव से अश्वत्थामा, पितामह भीष्म इन सब से युद्ध किया और वो विजय भी हुए। लेकिन कलयुग में हमारे लिए हम ही कृष्ण हैं, हम ही अर्जुन हैं। लेकिन हमारे जो विरोध हैं ये ना तो हमारे परिवार वाले हैं ना दुनिया वाले हैं, हमारा मन ही हमारे विरोध रहता है।
तो हम अपने मन को अपने काबू में कैसे करें, क्योंकि साइलेंस आपने कहा कि पावर है, लेकिन कभी कभी हम इतने भी साइलेंस हो जाते हैं कि वो हमारे लिए बहुत नुकसानदायक हो जाता है।
नहीं, एक बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है आपका। इन्होंने बताया कि हमारा मन, हमारी आत्मा ही सबसे बड़ा शत्रु है। इन्होंने क्या बोला? आत्मा ही सबसे बड़ा शत्रु है, मन ही हमारा सबसे बड़ा एनिमी है। तो इन्होंने बोला इसको काबू में कैसे करना है, ये क्वेश्चन है ना आपका, हाउ टू कंट्रोल इट। सो I told you in the lecture also, in the seminar also, that what practice you have to do. आपको बार बार सवेरे से लेकर शाम तक, अर्ली मॉर्निंग जब उठते तभी भी आपको, आप यहाँ पे ध्यान दीजिए, मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, आपको बार बार एक प्रैक्टिस करना है। वो प्रैक्टिस ऐसा है, मैंने बताया, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज उत्तमांग, इसको बोलते हैं उत्तमांग। ये 5 सेंस ऑर्गन्स, दीज आर बिलो दिस उत्तमांग। राजा जो किंग होता है वो टॉप में बैठता है, सो द आत्मा इज द किंग, इज सिटिंग एट द टॉप, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज आज्ञा चक्र। सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, you have to concentrate your thoughts of the mind at this one point, and you have to remember in the middle of the forehead the point of light, just as a star is there in the sky. You have to remember that star here, and you have to concentrate your mind. मन में अलग अलग थॉट्स आएंगे, उसको थॉट्स के पीछे आपको भागना नहीं है, आपको एक ही थॉट करना है कि मैं आत्मा स्टार हूँ। आप जो दूसरा बोला कि साइलेंस, टू मच साइलेंस, उसको बोलते हैं नींद में जाना। नींद में जाना मतलब विदाउट एनी थॉट। मैं आपको एक थॉट दे रहा हूं ना, माइंड का काम है थिंकिंग करना। मैं आपको एक थॉट दे रहा हूं कि मैं आत्मा स्टार हूं, और जो नींद में जाना होता है उसमें कोई थॉट नहीं रहता है। दैट इज रॉन्ग थिंग, दैट इज रॉन्ग थिंग। और एक होता है कि एक ही थॉट है, एक 100% थॉट। जब आप यहाँ पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करोगे, मैं आत्मा स्टार हूं, इस एक थॉट से आपके अंदर की जो सोल कॉन्शियसनेस है, जो आत्मा के अंदर की जो पावर है, वो जागृत हो जाएगी, और उससे जो 5 विकार है, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, अहंकार, ये भागने लगेंगे, और जो ओरिजिनल क्वालिटीज है, डिवाइन क्वालिटीज आत्मा की, वो वापिस आने लगेगी। कौन सी क्वालिटीज है? आनंद, प्रेम, सुख, शांति, ये सब कुछ वापिस आएंगे। आत्मा की अष्ट शक्तियां वापिस आएगी। आत्मा की अष्ट शक्तियां है सहन करने की शक्ति, पावर ऑफ टॉलरेंस, सामना करने की शक्ति, पावर टू फेस, सहयोग करने की शक्ति, पावर टू कोऑपरेट, डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर, परखने की शक्ति, पावर ऑफ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, समेटने की शक्ति, ये सारे पावर्स वापस आ जाएंगे। और आप सवेरे से लेकर रात तक हर 1 घंटे के बाद अलार्म क्लॉक सेट करके मोबाइल में 5 मिनट्स प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो। अर्ली मॉर्निंग 4 बजे उठ के आधा घंटा प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो। उसके बाद कोई स्पिरिचुअल क्लास सुन सकते हो, जिससे पॉजिटिव थॉट्स आपके माइंड में आएंगे। पॉजिटिव थॉट्स आएंगे तो जो निगेटिव कचरा है, गार्बेज है, वो निकल जाएगा। तो रोज की रोज चार्जिंग करनी पड़ेगी आपको। और रात को सोते समय भी 15 मिनट्स आपको आत्मा का अभ्यास करना है और सुप्रीम पावर से कनेक्शन जोड़ना है। सुप्रीम पावर से कनेक्शन जोड़ने के लिए मैंने आपको मैसेज दिया कि दैट सुप्रीम पावर हैज कम ऑन द अर्थ इन एन ऑर्डिनरी ह्यूमन बीइंग, सो यू कैन आइडेंटिफाई हिम बाय वे ऑफ गेटिंग द नॉलेज, सीकिंग द नॉलेज. So you have to take 7 days course. You will come to know that how he has come and what knowledge he is doing, he is giving. So after taking the knowledge only you can remember him. Okay? And that will control your mind. And the second thing is the vairagya. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता में भगवान ने बोला है अभ्यास न तो कौनते ये वैराग्य न चंद्रियते. एक तो योगाभ्यास कर, अभी जो बताया वो योगाभ्यास है, और दूसरा है वैराग्य. वैराग्य मीन्स डिटैच. हम हमारे फ्रेंड्स के साथ जब कनेक्शन में आते हैं तो हम अटैच रहते हैं. अगर हम माइंड और इंटेलेक्ट से डिटैच होंगे, उनके साथ रहेंगे, हम अपने फैमिली मेंबर्स के साथ रहेंगे, तो आपको दुख आएगा नहीं. हमको दुख आता है क्योंकि अटैचमेंट की वजह से आता है. मोह सकल व्याधि कर्मूला. जो अटैचमेंट है ये सभी दुर्गुणों का जन्म देता है, सभी दुर्गुणों को जन्म दे देता है. ओके.
Thank you.